Hello viewers! Welcome back to Rolladale.com. In today's video, we're going to be looking at 15 alpha male body language tricks every guy should do now. Do you marvel why some guys get girls' interest and appreciation from different adult males extra easily? Some guys are eye-catching to each sexes simply through how they live themselves. I'm no longer speaking about their coiffure or whether or not they have a well-manicured beard or reduced torso. They simply sincerely elevate themselves in a way that girls find irresistible and their fellow men appreciate it. This kind of man is known as an alpha male. Before we get into this amazing video, please, my loves, subscribe to this channel no matter where you're watching from, YouTube or Facebook. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on all the goodies we got for you. So let's get right into this video. You know, the term alpha male seems to have gathered a bit of a horrific rep over the years. What must be a fine and self-affirming nation of thought has been interpreted as a gruff, overly masculine, and once in a while overly aggressive outer facade. But I choose to assist guys in the world reclaim the true meaning and analyze what it is to be an authentic alpha male. What is the alpha male physique language and how to hack it to your advantage? You see, a lot of humans misread the thinking of being an alpha male as truly being dominant over different guys and women, when in reality, dominance is simply a tiny thing of the greater picture. So in today's video, I'd like to break it down and analyze the qualities and traits that I trust makes a contribution in the direction of a genuine alpha male country of being. Do you ever see guys for whom the whole thing simply appears to fall into place? They have the most attractive, profitable partners, their remarkable shape, and their expert lifestyles are constantly firing on all cylinders. It would possibly be tempting to count on the fact that they have located a wish-granting genie. However, societally, we look at guys like that as alpha males. Now you may have a lingering view of the term alpha males from excessive faculty or university, guys that are brutish, dominant, loud, and confrontational. While guys like that think they're the embodiment of alpha status, they're virtually simply obnoxious. Truly being an actual alpha male has much less to do with how different humans speak out and have interaction with you, and greater about how you govern your life. Once you realize that turning into an alpha male is about having dominance over your personal destiny, you can accomplish a lot of things. Let's study the features and habits of extraordinarily profitable alpha males, and how you can make the change that modifies your lifestyles forever. 1. The evidence. An alpha can't be an alpha just by being a leader, right? Well, that's true. However, the dynamics are truly way extra problematic than that. Because whilst masses of guys recognize they must attempt to take on a management role, alphas are exclusive in that they are automatically perceived to be the leader by the group. It's nearly like gravity. They could no longer be the chief if they tried. It's simply a natural function for them, simply like it's natural for human beings around them that have no trouble yielding to that leadership. Now this brings us to a frequent question. That is, what if a non-alpha is known? This will surely exchange the minds of these myths around you, and will in the end seriously change you into the alpha yourself. 2. Set the first impression in place. You've heard it before. A firm handshake speaks volumes on who you are as a man, even when it comes to women. But what a lot of guys don't get is that there's a lot greater to an acceptable handshake than simply squeezing the heck out of the different person's hand. While it's beneficial you don't favor a lazy wet noodle handshake, you additionally don't choose to overcompensate through shaking too hard. Because as with any bodily contact, the real way to exhibit confidence is honestly by means of displaying control. So quick, here's how you grasp the shake. While searching the different man or female in the eye, prolong your hand out and let them come to you. Grab their hand firmly. However, again, be cautious now not to squeeze too hard. Shake no greater than 3 instances up and down. And while shaking, don't overlook to smile. And also, be positive to say something. 3. Louden your style. We know, now not physic language. However, a massive section of the alpha male physique language is how your fashion stands out from the crowd. Notice that we've stated your style, no longer your friend's style, now not a celebrity's style, your own style. This is important. Like physique language, your style does a big quantity of speaking for you, and we don't have to inform you. However, yes, girls do pay interest to how you dress. So the significance of understanding what's in fashion can be understated, but understanding it is solely 50% of the battle. What you do with that data is what matters, because the place most guys research about fashion in order to key in, alphas use their fashion to stand out. Pretty essential difference. As with the whole thing alpha, style is all about being clever about it. Stray to a long way from the norm, and you will possibly be too difficult to relate or to even be viewed as an alpha. However, on the different hand, if you usually remain with a pack, you'll by no means get seen. 4. Dude, stop staring. Fellas, while you're making googly eyes and giving her your targeted attention, be conscious no longer to overdo it. You choose to be the master of alpha male physique language examples, sleek however powerfully high quality, and no longer the brute pressure wannabe alpha. You have all heard the mystical recommendation that eye contact can be powerfully magical. But if you're making eye contact and discover yourself staring deep into her fairy soul, you are no longer making playful eye contact. Instead, you're staring like a loopy clown at a carnival, and it's frightening. And this all too frequent mistake is one of the matters excessive price guys will in no way do to flip off women. You want to be aware of what else alpha adult males do not do. 5. Fight the friend zone issues. Guys, in your tries to be high quality, assured and cool, lady and approachable, have you ever located yourself dipping off the deep seas of the nonchalant alpha male spectrum and sleeping uncontrollably into the dreaded pal zone? How the heck did that happen? Well, I'll inform you how. Fellas, this is precisely how to seize being the fantastic guy, so you by no means have to tolerate being pinned down in a loser stadium, also known as the body sector, ever again. The nonchalant alpha in no way makes these physique language mistakes. He never ever leans in all through a dialogue and stays there. If you're gonna lean in, do it to construct activity and tension. Then without delay, pull away and draw her in instead. He constantly continues his physique open with the aid of not crossing his palms or legs. And he listens carefully and perhaps even affords pleasant advices. However, he's extraordinarily cautious to steer way clear of a fatherly tune. Let's do a good job of keeping away from any daddy issues here. If you've ever dated a youthful woman, you have in reality made this mistake earlier than probably barring even noticing. And it's such a massive mistake due to the fact that what you're implying is that you're there for her emotional wants. However, now not always her bodily needs. And we all understand that's no longer the truth. So here's how to get the lower you back on track. If you experience that you're drifting into the pal zone, don't be a passive bystander and let it happen. Instead, make an intentional effort to insert playful reminders that you're fascinated in being extra than her friend. And the most wonderful physique language trick to accomplish this is to use non-aggressive and playful contact alongside a wise and flirtatious compliment. This act is positive to set her straight to wondering you may be the guy, not a man that she talks to about all the others. So the subsequent time you see the body sector coming in hot, gently take her hand or contact her arm, look her in the eyes and inform her of something no pal would ever say. 6. Freeze. How regularly do you cross around? The truth is that betas make way for humans extra than most. They flinch, they shy away, and that really may not do. When it comes to alpha male physique language, the easiest aspect you can do is to continue to be in place. This is no longer to say that you ought to be in people's way and turn out to be a hindrance. However, attempts to make it so humans come to you alternatively than going to them. Waiting places the strength on your side. This applies to the realm of dating. When a lady makes the move on you, do not shy away. Simply remain the place you are. If she closes in more, do not back down. Any man can do this. 7. Take your time. Being jittery can also do wonders for the flash, but it won't help you get the girl. The key is to take it easy. What does this mean? If your gestures are too quick or your legs are shaking, you may be perceived as nervous and insecure. Calm, deliberate movements are what hold the power. It showcases a man who is calm, collected, and confident. This is the alpha male body language you need to master. 8. Posture. Have you ever been out at a membership or a pub and noticed how some men walk into the venue? Every girl in the joint automatically seems to scan them out. What is it about these men that stoke the curiosity of the opposite sex? Radiant and confident alpha male physical language is the best alpha male strategy, especially if you're not really confident. Here's a little scan that I want you to try out. The next time that you're out in the town and feeling insecure or anxious, I choose you pay attention to your body language. Are you hunched over with your shoulders hunched over? Does it feel like you're trying to reduce yourself so as not to take up too much space? This is exactly the contrary of what an alpha male will be doing. The alpha male's posture is as relaxed as it is assertive. Stand tall with your shoulders back and your chest out. Take up as much space as you want to be comfortable, without being a total slouch. Straighten your neck and back and hold your head high. Just put your hands in your pockets with your thumbs out and never hold them across your chest. And as usual, always remember, balance is key, including alpha male body language. You don't want to overly exaggerate your posture. That simply looks silly. 9. Talking. One issue that I've seen with guys who are no longer alpha is that they usually appear to talk truly fucking fast. It's as if they've concerned that if they give up speaking, human beings are going to give up paying attention to them. Alpha adult males, on the different hand, speak in a sluggish but deliberate manner. I mean, no longer too slow. You don't choose to appear retarded. Just take your time to say something you choose to in the way you prefer to. They aren't afraid to consist of pauses in their conversation. They recognize that even if they let a second of silence drag on for a minute, human beings are nonetheless going to be putting onto anything they say. This manner of talking has an effective impact on people. However, it would possibly take a little practice, so make an awareness effort to start with. Imagine that you're your favorite celebrity if you want to. You wouldn't fear about anyone no longer putting on each and every phrase you say. Now, would you? Number 10. That chest. A man who maintains an open chest positively impacts how humans become aware of him, in particular when it comes to self-confidence, as faced with the effects of steady preoccupation with a smartphone. Now, not solely our head drops, however, actually our whole top body slouches. The shoulders bend ahead and supply a closed look to the chest, as if they get right of entry to it is blocked. People translate a closed chest as a lack of self-assurance, or lack of authenticity, or like you're hiding something. You favor to preserve your chest open in most situations. That's how you talk to your surroundings, that you can be relied on, and that's how you're now not threatened through anyone. Here are some approaches to do this. Use a mirror. Here's a challenging sport for you. Each time you meet by using a mirror, sluggish down and look at how tons your chest is open. The first class indication is the shoulders. The greater rounded ahead they are, the greater your chest is closed. Correct yourself at any probability till you get used to the new posture. If you're questioning, I don't pass by way of mirrors that often. I'll point out that even a reflection from a parked vehicle window is adequate to test your posture. Keep testing your posture. Stretch your chest. Every morning, make sure to stretch your chest muscles. The wall is your satisfactory body for this task. The cutting-edge way of life requires us to oftentimes contract our chest muscles tissues, which leads to rounded shoulders. Stretching helps fix elasticity to the area. In addition, the very act of stretching your chest will alert your idea to the significance of physical language, and you will be greater on holding it open and following different postural fixes. 11. Sit upright. The pose with the most extreme chest closure is completed when we sit. Keep in thinking that the reason of sitting is primarily to relax your feet. Now, not your erectors. They are supposed to maintain you straight all through the complete day. Stick your buttocks to the backrest if there is one, and straighten your back again so that your hips are 90 ties to your belly. If you experience that this function is too formal, try crossing your legs or lengthening your arm and maintain the sit subsequent to you, or both. Suddenly, a healthful and pleasing way of sitting feels a great deal extra natural. 12. Warmest hugs. The chest isn't open for nothing. It invites human beings to engage with you and even touch. After all, when speaking, you once in a while have to show it in the exercise as well. A heartfelt hug is one of the methods that has been misplaced over time in many societies. However, the effect of hugs stays powerful. A character who hugs in reality says, "You are invited to come very close and contact the touchy section in my physique because I am no longer afraid of you, and that there is affection between us." When actually a hug is a terrific probability to stab a person's lower back with a knife, I consider that this is partly why this norm was treated lengthily in the past. Proof that we have no hatred, however, hold trust. When you meet a character with whom you have some diploma of closeness, invite him to a hearty hug with a big proper smile. It's satisfactory to be executed right now after a handshake in order to wreck the preliminary touch barrier first. 13. The legs. Even the legs say a lot about the fame of a man. Here are some standards to preserve in mind. Spread them while standing. Most guys attempt to preserve their toes collectively and take as little area as possible. Since this conduct expresses serious weakness, you desire to keep away from the crease in the house between your feet. The hassle that arises when guys attempt to escape from beta conduct is overcompensation. Spreading like a glam guitarist from the 1980s, this off-path appears ridiculous. So what's the best space? A first-rate measure for most guys is feet that are barely wider than the waist. Stand in front of a replicate and play with the spacing. I'm certain you'll comprehend with the aid of yourself what appears susceptible and what looks exaggerated. Spread them while sitting too. You have, in all likelihood, considered the media storming about the man-spreading phenomenon, mainly on buses. Obviously, feminists in the media can preserve and screaming, but an alpha male usually does what he thinks is right, not what other thinks is right. If you aren't cozy closing your legs, after all, you're a male, unfold your legs as awful lot as you need, as long as you don't badly disturb anyone around you. There's no cost to thinking the stares and comments. Forget about them. 14. Closeness. If I will inform you that each and every social interplay has the splendid private distance, in accordance to the emotional closeness and the state of affairs, I won't train you to something new, so I'll go away and out the troubles, the difficulties people frequently experience and focus points on the frequent trouble guys have. Worry of closing. I'll say it plainly, an alpha male is not afraid to get close to humans and no longer afraid to have human beings get near to him. Imagine yourself drawing close an amazingly stunning woman and beginning a conversation. 2 minutes into the interaction and she comes close with her face to yours to whisper a secret. What do you feel? Here are the ideas that will go through most men's mind. Do I smell good? Do I have pimples? While a dominant man commonly focuses a totally distinctive question, do I help this? Obviously, the reply is nearly constantly positive. However, it's vital to illustrate the lack of throwback and self-confidence displayed with the aid of steady guys when humans get close to them. 15. Break the barrier of touching. When you discuss with a person, especially if it's a woman, there is an invisible wall between the two of you, which as quickly as it's damaged by touch, you commence to experience cozy with every other. Remember the phase on handshakes above? We're creatures that make a huge deal out of contact. Additionally, subconsciously, trust and robust bonds are created between human beings solely by touching. You desire to contact the humans around you in each terrific opportunity. Touching men. Don't settle for a handshake. Go for a hug if the relationship lets in it. Form a situation instead of hugging past humans on the pinnacle of their arm whilst handshaking. When you inform a story or describe something, aspire to contact those who pay attention to you in a way that will illustrate the story. Look for possibilities to contact her hands. For example, in order to cross a shaded place, as a substitute of announcing, let's go there, it's shaded, you simply take her hand and lead the way. A little trick to ruin the contact barrier without difficulty is to pull something out that is caught in the girl's hair. She will additionally be comfortable to recognize that she is now more presentable. Another way to make a preliminary contact is to ask her how tall she is. And now, not consider her answer to verify that she is in line. You make her stand, preferably by using your hands to lead her and also talking. By using this aspect, you contact her shoulders with yours to measure height. Want to make it funny? Stand, return to lower back. More contact, then act like you can't see the difference. Get geared up for action. Always go for a hug. A man who dares to contact is considered by millions of guys as an honest and reliable guy. In the eyes of most women, such a man receives the status of an achievable romantic partner. The prettier the woman, the greater men are afraid to contact her. If you control to be the man who breaks this barrier and doesn't see her as a good to divine to be touched by a man, she will respect you a great deal, and there's an excessive risk she'll be attracted to you. So there it is, guys. We started out on this video through noting the essential significance of physical language in a man's life. It influences him on each road he takes and with each and every individual he meets. The alpha male is a way of how to use his physique well, and it's necessary that you additionally comprehend how to use yours to convey self-belief and high status. I additionally temporarily touched on the results of study physical language on the mindset of guys and women. From there, we plunge into the material, and I determined to map the primary components in the human physique that you can use to create an effect on your environment, including the head, eyes, chest, arms, hands, back, and legs. I additionally summed up essential concepts about the complex of the body in interpersonal interaction and how fascinating guys make use of it for their benefits. Then there may be a question like, is this now not faking it? And as one who strongly sponsors authenticity as the central alpha male traits, I nevertheless selected the center of attention on exterior behavior due to the fact it additionally influences the internal feeling. Alpha male positions and actions create a biochemical response that offers us an actual experience of repute and power. So physical language is an actual case of fake it till you make it. It is simply trying to get better at something you can do best. I in reality hope that I have been in a position to encourage you to study the way you walk, sit, stand, talk, etc. with interest to these important points and small corrections over time. You will see notable variations in people's mindset and appreciation towards you, and above all, in how your experiences come as a captivating and dominant man. Thanks a lot for watching, and please subscribe, like, and share to get more of this. Bye for now.